Hi, everybody. My name's Lisa. I'm sorry for my hair. My hair is like growing out. You guys remember it used to be pink and I bleached it myself so many times that pieces have fallen out, and that's why it's like in so many layers. I did not cut my hair like this. It's just the consequence for my stubbornness and refusal to let anybody else bleach my hair. So, anyway, I share with you guys. I get kind of personal, and I've been moved today to make another video where I share just where I'm at and my thoughts on the twin flame journey, because you know we've like hit this spot in my readings where my messages have been about like crossing this bridge um, separately. Okay, so I feel like whatever, and that's going to be a decision that has to be made individually. Okay, um, I know for me, I'm at a very questionable time with my connection, and honestly, since my S card, most of you know what my S card is. My twin passed away, and ever since he's passed away, I've questioned what this twin flame journey has been about. I know that I feel very much that it is the truth. Okay. I used to think that it was, for he and I to be together. Okay. And then, and I was just going to be with a soulmate, and which is fine, and I felt like my twin was guiding me towards whomever that soulmate was, and then, you know, connecting with someone and continuing to move through in this journey and everything, and just have it be humiliating at times. The level of my lessons has been at times pure humiliation. And I had to let go. I had to let go of my person, and it wasn't easy to let go at first. I still kept calling, and that's honestly what I was moved to talk about really today, is like how did I get to that spot where that longing to be with the person that I thought I was supposed to be with, like how to get there, like where it doesn't affect my day, where I'm not like totally consumed by another person. And I'm going to tell you, it did not happen overnight for me. It's been a series of practice. All right. And and even to first, I want to say that a long time ago, someone, this woman who was my loving guide for a very long time in my life. I had 13 years with her. She was my biggest teacher. She's the wisest woman that I've ever met, wisest person I've ever met. Okay. And I remember one day I had called her up, and I was about 4 years sober at the time, and I had just started dating for the first time in sobriety, and whatever. I had my first real boyfriend, and anyway, I was talking to her. I was crazy. I was feeling crazy in this relationship because um, like he would call me, I would call him, and he would answer the phone, and he would like clearly, he'd tell me he was like on his way to wherever to go out, you know, he was going out clubbing or whatever, going out to a bar, and there was like, I could hear he was with, more than one woman. Okay. And, he never invited me to go with him, and um, it was just a very it used to make me crazy. All right. So I remember calling her up one day and just crying and just feeling so worthless because I didn't understand why he was always doing this to me, and like why he was such a liar, why he wouldn't even admit it. Like, I mean, I could hear the women on the phone and he would like blatantly say he didn't know what I was talking about, you know? And I remember telling, you know, whatever she would say, whatever she said to me, and then I'd be like, I'm gonna call him and tell him I'm never calling him again, and I never want to see him again. And she'd say, Lisa, you can do that. I've done that a million times. She said, but I want you to just really stop and think about what you just said. She said, say it again. I said, I'm going to call him and I'm going to tell him I'm never calling him again. And she had me do that, I don't know, like 3 or 4 times. And then it hit me. I was saying I was going to call him just to tell him I was never going to call him again. Okay. So the thing that I realized for me was like, I just needed to stop calling him, you know, in general. I didn't need to call him to tell him I was never going to call him anymore, you know? Like, I just had to end it. Like, it wasn't about me changing him. It was about me changing what I did, you know? Because, you know, we have no control over what anybody else does, you know? The only person that we have control over is ourselves. That's it. Okay, we don't own the rights to anybody else, whether they're our boyfriend, our husband, our children. Not like we just don't. You know, and it took me a long time to understand that part. But anyway, so once she told me that and I recognized it, like now I know. Okay, so now I know that anytime I call or anytime I do something that I know like I should just like walk away, but I still there's like this thing inside me like I can't yet, you know, so I still got to like take some more beatings, you know, not physical. I'm just meaning like figuratively speaking. Um, because every time that I would text or every time I would call, not just him, but anybody that I had to go through this process, like it took a piece of me, you know, it was like a bat on my self-worth and my self-esteem. And um, it added more um, barriers to my heart. Okay. It made me more and more defensive towards real love and commitment in my life. So for me, yeah, I'm here like every last drop. When in matters of the heart, I've always had to take every last motherfucking drop. Okay. And I can take a lot of freaking pain. And most of the time it has been what it has taken for me to let go, is getting to the point. It's like every time I did that and every time I'd be rejected or felt rejected from, you know, just trying to reach out, trying to share my love with someone, trying to understand, I would lose a piece of myself. You know, it just would feel like a baseball bat to my gut, you know, or being kicked in the stomach, you know, but every time I would reach out and not get a positive response, it hurt me less and less. Like I would learn, you really shouldn't do that this time. But I'd still have like a little bit of hope, like maybe it'll be different this time. Maybe, you know, I'd still be thinking so positive of the other person on the other side, you know, of the other end of my phone call and the other end of my text message. And I would reach out again. I would call again. And it takes what it takes. You know, I'm sharing my story, and even if you read my description, it's the whole reason why I started this channel. Like, I have just, I'm not telling you these things because, like, I think, like, oh, my life was, like, so terrible and like, it's not, it's just about, I want to help people. I want to help people so that you don't stay stuck in misery as long as I have in certain situations. I learned to make phone calls or send out text messages when I was ready to handle the consequence of whatever that meant. When I was ready to handle them not calling back or texting or not responding in the way that I wanted, and I wouldn't reach out until then because I knew that I was too fragile. So every time I reached out and I was ready, like I knew I could handle it, it's like I was making myself stronger and stronger, In between, I was doing the work. I was doing positive things for myself, I was talking about my emotions with other people, with other women. Um, it's practice. It's all taken so much practice. Today in this, where like I'm not feeling, I'll probably make a twin flame video after this, but I'm being more moved to speak about the healing process. So because you remember, like, I've been guided in my messages about this bridge that we have to cross by ourselves, okay? And so it's about like gaining this level of independence, separate from each other, okay? I don't know if what that means is like once we get to the other side and meet each other as these two different people, because ultimately by the time that this independence like comes into place amongst both sides, it's like we will both be different people. So you will be meeting, like when you face your counterpart again, okay, for those, this is not for everybody, but I do feel like this is like the end goal for all twin flames, okay? It's like whether you're meant to be together in this lifetime or the next lifetime, okay? But I know that I read for twin flames that are meant to connect in this lifetime, okay? And that is not all of you. And I'm not saying that now to hurt anybody's feelings, but I know that there's a difference between doing the work and thinking that you're doing the work. And I'm not here to tell anybody that you're not who and who isn't doing it, okay? Because what I have found along my journey, it's like I have had to learn to be so true to myself, so honest with myself to the point of like exhaustion and like it hurts. It to the point to where it hurts to see my rotten side, okay? But I've had to embrace it because I've had to, make peace with it and heal from it. So, because it's not like those parts of me are bad. Like maybe it was a bad behavior, but it's like it also made me the woman who I am before you. Um, so the journey is a process, how I understand it is it's a journey back to yourself, okay? And that requires a strenuous amount of work, all right? But whatever, you just do things like there's yeah, learning to laugh at myself. I mean, I don't take myself serious at all. I mean, I know that I can be serious when I need to be. I know that I'm capable of making good decisions, but there are some things where I still run by, I run them past other people, because I also know that I understand that sometimes I may not be seeing clearly, okay? And so, you know, I'm gonna I don't want to like take it back that it's like not everybody watching like no, I it's maybe you'll be together in this lifetime, but it's like there are some of you that are coming together like now through March. And there are others that, it's still like another year. It's still like 2 more years because of the work that needs to be done from the inside out. Okay. My understanding of twin flames is that although you may come together, but as far as this harmonious union where you're adult enough and healed enough to be able to work together as two separate individuals, it's like, that's not everybody, you know, and it's why, um, I mean, it's not so, it doesn't mean like everything's going to be perfect. It just means that you guys are willing to work on things, and grow together. Like Will and Jada, look at everything they've gone through, and they're still together. They've learned to respect each other, like even through the chaos. Like, I mean, both separately, working on themselves separately. I don't really know too much about their um, relationship. I just know that every now and then I hear something and I'll watch it for a couple seconds, but I know that they have a mutual respect and understanding, that they decided to choose themselves. And that's basically what it is. It's about two people deciding to choose themselves, like no matter what, like we're going to get through something in a respectable way. It doesn't mean that you're never going to fight. Anyway, it's really beautiful. And I've just been moved to, like, I've been hearing the whisper in my ear to really share the things, like the steps that I've taken over the years to really move through some of my really toxic patterns to heal from them, and I said like years, like it's not, maybe it'll be quicker for you. That's why I'm sharing, because I don't want anybody to stay stuck as long as I did. And um but I also don't want to give off a false idea that this is something that's going to be like an overnight process. That has not been my experience at all. Okay. And there have been times where I have just had to step away from my connection, to find my own balance and make peace with myself, because the bottom line, like no matter what, that is my priority. Without my peace of mind, without my own connection to the divine, to God, as I understand him today, like I have nothing. And I haven't been living like that. I don't always live like that. For a long time, I was like blocked by, whatever man was in my life, or just from my sexual desire. That was like a huge thing, because it's not that it's bad to have sexual desire. That's not my understanding. My sexual desire is beautiful, okay? But it's like it's also a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift to myself. It's a gift to whomever I decide to share that with. Um, for me, I have not. I'm practically a born again virgin, and I'm just like, but that's my own. Because as I understand myself more, and I understand, the exchange of energy, like I don't want to just like do that with anybody anymore, So I don't know, I've probably shared too much, but I've just been moved to, I want to help. I'm here, like, you know, I do readings, but and whatever, I'm just here. I'm here for guidance. I'm here as an ear. I talk to so many of you via email, and, you know, I have so many of you, my, that I don't even like calling you clients, because it's like we connect so deeply and we speak so, you allow me in, that it's so much more than that. I feel like every single one of you is part of my soul tribe. And then when I get to connect with you, it's going to make me cry because, you know, but then when I'm allowed to the honor of connecting with you further via like the tarot cards and the readings, it's like, you're not just my client, you know, there is a love there. There is a connection, like forever, you know? And, anyway, I just wanted to share that. Okay. And somebody must need to hear about the whole like letting go and not texting and not calling, because I was woken up very early this morning and told to talk about that, how I understood that. And they reminded me of that day standing there in my living room crying. I remember what I was wearing and everything. They showed me perfectly. And, you know, the day when she told me, you know, say that again. I'm going to call him up. I'm going to tell him I'm never talking to him again. You know? Anyway, I love you guys. I'm here. If you're interested in a reading or any kind of like session with me, just all my information's in the in my description box. And I love you. I hope that you have an amazing day. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.